Ms. Randall.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You know, as I have said in this committee before, I have the honor of representing 27,000 federal workers who continue to tell me daily and weekly how traumatizing it is to be disparaged by this administration and congressional Republicans who continue to say that they are looking for waste and fraud and abuse and people who are not doing their jobs. Certainly, in every workforce, there are folks who rise above and go above and beyond, and there are folks who don't. But the individuals who are serving our country, the Department of Defense at Naval Base Kitsap, at the Intermediate Maintenance Facility at Puget Sound, Naval Shipyard, are doing an essential service to protect our mission and our national security. We also have, like everyone else, postal workers, and we have Forest Service, and we have folks who want to deliver results for the American people, but are feeling attacked regularly. And this bill continues those attacks. This committee is proposing to cut retirement benefits and pay for our federal employees so that folks like Elon Musk can have higher tax cuts. And, you know, regarding Section 90004 and, you know, the assertion that is giving individuals options for their retirement, what it does is use the carrot of not lowering your take-home pay to convince employees to go at will and to lose the benefits that they have to challenge workforce discriminations and decisions that they would otherwise be protected from, or at least have options to pursue corrections. You know, they're shifting folks from a regular employee to an at-will employee in this change of retirement benefits. And I think we can't let that be swept under the rug. You know, the stories that I hear from my neighbors, like a federal Head Start employee for 23 years who got fired, she deserves the ability to pursue an appeal, to pursue being reinstated in her job when we know we have a child care crisis. Another of my neighbors in Shelton, a disabled veteran and the spouse of an active duty Air Force service member, lost her job with USDA. And the spouse told me, we are real people who are suffering, and we just want things to go back to normal. And they're asking me to do everything I can to reverse what she calls a betrayal. I met with Forest Service workers yesterday. We're already having a hard time recruiting folks in to the Forest Service to be able to do the important thinning and maintenance of federal lands to prevent wildfires. And they have mandatory retirement early because of the dangers of their job as firefighters. But without these supplemental annuity payments, they're just going to lose folks into the private sector and other fields because the retirement benefits are a big part of how we've been able to recruit and retain workforce into these important timber industry jobs. Federal firefighters who, you know, work for Sub-Base Bangor have the same issue. Under this administration's policies, we're already losing critical and talented workforce. And if my colleagues plow forward with the provisions of this amendment in the nature of a substitute, this bill, we are going to continue losing folks. But apparently the majority doesn't care. And the cuts to federal workers are just one piece of a larger bill that they're working on, a larger reconciliation bill that would cut $880 billion from Medicaid that will impact folks like my sister born with complex disabilities. I know how important these federal programs are to my neighbors, to my constituents, to my family, and to people like them. And I will do everything that I can to fight this callous and cruel policymaking, and I urge my colleagues to vote against the amendment. I yield back.